Welcome to Deliciously Healthy. I'm Julie Harrison and I'm going to share with you some of the amazing things I found out about fermented vegetables and how they can help boost your health beyond belief. 80% of our immune system is based in our gut. It's just so important we look after it properly. But with the lifestyles that most people are leading now, with the types of processed foods, the artificial sweeteners and all of the toxic chemicals around, we're just not getting the right sort of foods to look after our digestive health. I'm also going to be showing you how to make beautiful kimchi. It's often had with Chinese food and it's made with lots of different vegetables and it's got a little bit of chili in there. So the day before you're going to make your kimchi, what you need to do is chop up your cabbage and you need to soak it overnight in some salted water. So what you need to do, the ratio of salted water is 1 tablespoon of salt to 1 cup of water. Now with the salt, Himalayan rock salt it's the only salt you should have really. It's got 84 minerals in it, which is the same as the human body. Okay, they're in tiny amounts, but every little bit helps. So I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of salt. I'm going to put in 1 cup of boiling water. The lovely thing about Himalayan salt is the pink colour. It's just beautiful. So we put 1 cup of boiling water in there and now 1 cup of cold water. And all we're going to do is just put the cabbage in. So if we put a plate on top and if we put another bowl on top and put some water in there, it's going to help hold it down under the water. Gradually, as the salt softens the cabbage, it will stay under the water. This is the first step to making delicious, healthy kimchi. As you've seen from the previous little clip, we've just been soaking this white cabbage overnight, just to soften it up a little bit. So I'm going to remove the weight, and we used a plate just to keep the cabbage underneath the salted water. We're just going to drain off most of the water, keeping some back because we might need it. So in my kimchi, I like to use the white cabbage. I also like to use red and yellow pepper, a carrot, a stick of celery, and ginger and garlic, and the Korean red chili powder, which I've already used in some of the other recipes that I've made for you. You can also add in an onion if you want to, which I will do. I like cutting the carrot into little julienne strips, which is like little matchsticks. With the pepper, I'm going to dice it up a little bit. I wouldn't use more than half an onion because the flavours do intensify and you don't want it tasting too strongly of onion. So if we pop all of these into the bowl, and we need some ginger. Grate the ginger into the vegetables, 1 clove of garlic. So I must admit I hate using garlic presses, they're so fiddly to wash up. I like to use this microplane. So now we want to put in a tablespoon of the red chili powder. If you're a vegetarian, you won't want to be adding this, and you don't have to, but it's fish sauce and it's made from anchovies. So I'm going to add in just a little splash. So now we just give it a good mix. So we've got this quite nicely mixed, but I'm just going to add in some sprouted mung beans, which I've grown myself. These are very similar to bean sprouts and they are still living foods. When you sprout your own seeds, and it's one of the easiest things you can do for your health. There's thousands of more nutrients in these than you will get from the actual vegetable themselves. So now all we do is we pop it in a fermenting jar. Hands work brilliantly. And we'll just put a little bit more in. When I'm preparing the cabbage, I keep the outside leaves, because what that helps you do is actually keep all of the vegetables underneath the water, because it's the air that causes fermented vegetables to go mouldy. If you can keep it in the salt water, the brine, you won't have any problems. That's why we wanted to keep the brine back. All you need to do is pop that on your work counter and leave it there for about 7 days, and it will gradually ferment. What you do need to do though, every day, you need to burp it, because the pressure is going to build up in the jar. So all that involves is you literally just open it and then close it again, and that's called burping. 7 days later, you have the most wonderful kimchi, which looks like this.